Good morning. We're continuing with our story, David Walliams' Thing. Part 2, Monsterpedia, Chapter 8, An Encyclopedia of Monsters. Mr. and Mrs. Meek set the book down on a rickety old table. Thud! The Monsterpedia was a huge leather-bound tome that must have been printed at least a few hundred years ago. It was, as the title suggested, an encyclopedia of monsters. Mrs. Meek blew dust off the cover and opened it. Might this book hold a clue to the existence of a thing? It was the Meeks' final hope. The book was, as far as anyone knew, the only one of its kind in existence. Inside it was an alphabetical list of terrifying creatures that were either long extinct or assumed to be mythical, with lavish hand-painted illustrations of these creatures on the opposite page. Neither Mr. nor Mrs. Meek had seen or heard of any of them before. First there was a Argadongdong, a man-eating underground bird. On the next page was a booboo, a giant slug that leaves a poisonous trail of slime in its wake. Then there was the crunkle toad, a reptile so ugly it can kill a man with a look. D was for Dum-Dum, a cross between a jellyfish and a warthog, and judging by the illustration, even more hideous than it sounds. Ibn Kibonk, an amphibious monkey found only in the deepest depths of the ocean. The next page was F. The Meeks took a collective breath, praying that they would find what they were looking for. Thing, exclaimed Mother. Yes, we did it. I could kiss you, said Father. Please don't, not at work, darling. And the library has strict no canoodling rule. Of course, how silly of me. Would you care to read out what it says? Mrs. Meek cleared her throat and began. Thing, mammal. This, the most rarest of rare beasts, is found only in the deepest, darkest, jungliest jungle. The appearance of the thing is that of a fur-covered spear. The size of the beast varies wildly. One moment they can be as small as a marble, the next as large as a hot air balloon. Things have one large eye in the center and a hole on either side. One hole is a mouth, the other is its, for want of a more polite expression, bottom. But nobody can be sure which hole is which, not even the thing itself, which has been known to try to feed using its bottom. Having no arms or legs, things move around by rolling, or sometimes even bouncing. Strangely enough, a thing's favorite food is biscuits of the custard cream variety. The thing beasts can devour 100 in seconds, but they will eat almost anything and everything. Things leave behind a trail of foul-smelling droppings which can be as big, if not bigger, than the creature itself. Warning, never ever keep a thing in your house. They are the world's worst pets. Things are greedy, bad-tempered, and sometimes just plain rude, because they can grow to epic proportions. They may not just eat you out of house and home, they may very well eat your home. Worst of all, they might even eat you. Doom awaits you. After she had finished reading, they both pored over the picture. The thing was a peculiar-looking thing. The illustration, just as the words had described, showed a ball of brown fur with one eye between two dark holes. Oh dear, said Father. Oh dear indeed, agreed Mother. With that she closed the book. Well, that's the end of that thing. There is no way our darling daughter can have a thing. Poor thing, she's going to be so bitterly disappointed, said Father. I know. Well, I think it's best you break the bad news to her. Me? Yes, Mr. Meek, it's your turn. No, 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 protested Mr. Meek. It's definitely your turn. Let's do it together, reasoned Mrs. Meek. A splendid idea. Thank you, and you can go first. Well, that's all for today. We'll read the rest next time.